Hi everyone, I'm Z from Susan's family. Today I'm bringing you the Rainelle shawl from the Retro Nostalgia series. The shawl includes the main part, the cuff edges, the sides, and pearl buttons. Start with the foundation chain, then work upward along the foundation chain to crochet the main part. After finishing it, crochet the cuff edges on both ends. Then, crochet the sides on each edge. Finally, sew on the buttons. Please watch my demonstration for the specific crocheting method. First, chain the corresponding number of stitches. The yarn used in this demonstration is random. For specific yarn, color schemes, and hook sizes, please refer to the detail page of the corresponding product and the paper instructions. Pay attention. Don't make your foundation chain too tight, to make it convenient for crocheting later. The sample has fewer chains. Just chain the corresponding number of stitches, according to the chart in actual work. After completing the foundation chain, let's look at row 1. Read the chart from left to right for this row. In the middle, crochet these mesh stitches one by one. On both ends are double crochets. First, make 3 chains, which counts as 1 double crochet, corresponding to the 4th last chain. Then hook into the 5th last chain. Pick up the top loop and make 1 double crochet. Continue making double crochets in the next 2 adjacent chains on the left. When making double crochets on row 1, always pick up the top loop of the chain. Plus the turning chain, which means you've completed 4 double crochets. Next, work 2 chains. Skip 2 stitches underneath, make 1 double crochet in the 3rd stitch on the left. Continue alternately working 2 chains and 1 double crochet. Each double crochet is worked by skipping 2 stitches. Keep crocheting until 3 chains remain. When completed, continue making double crochets in the last 3 chains accordingly. That's how row 1 is done. We'll consider the wrong side of row 1 as the right side of the entire piece. Let's move on to row 2. This row is worked on the right side. Look at the pattern chart from right to left. Work all double crochets. First, make 3 chains to start. Turn to the right side. The turning chain corresponds to 1 edge stitch. Then make 1 double crochet in the 2nd stitch. When looking at the row from the wrong side, the stitch corresponds to the braid on the upper left. This is the 2nd stitch. Continue making double crochets in the next 2 stitches on the left. When completed, make 2 double crochets in the chain space on the left. For this row, continue making 2 stitches in each chain space, and 1 stitch in each stitch. Work all the way up to the stitch before the turning chain. When completed, pick up the top 2 threads of the beginning chain, make the last double crochet there. If you can't find the correct insertion point here, just estimate the position. That's all for the second row. The right side of this row is the right side of the entire piece. Continue to crochet the third row. This row is worked on the wrong side again. Read the chart from left to right. From now on, you'll alternate between working on the wrong and right sides. When crocheting on the wrong side, always read the chart from left to right. When working on the right side, you read the chart from right to left. Make 3 chains. Turn to the wrong side. Start from the second stitch. Correspondingly make 3 double crochets. When done, make 2 chains. Skip 2 stitches underneath. Correspondingly make 4 double crochets. When done, make 6 chains. Skip 5 stitches underneath. Make 1 single crochet in the 6th stitch. Then make 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches on the left side. This is equivalent to decreasing 1 stitch. We'll use the invisible decrease method here, which looks like this. At the same time, pass through the back loops of the next 2 stitches on the left side. Make a single crochet. I'll demonstrate again. The back loop is the strand that's farther away from you. This is the front side effect. Here we've decreased 1 stitch. Once completed, skip the position of these 2 stitches. Pick up the stitch in this stitch, and work a normal single crochet. Meaning here, at these 4 double crochet positions, we made 3 single crochets. Once completed, 6 chains. Skip 5 stitches underneath. Continue working double crochet and chain. The middle stitch of these 3 single crochets in this row is also an invisible decrease. Same as demonstrated earlier. Everyone follow the chart to complete this row. The last double crochet is worked by picking up the top 2 strands of the beginning chain. That's how we finish the 3rd row. Next, each row starts with 3 chains, which count as 1 double crochet, and ends with 1 double crochet worked into the beginning chain. In between, work double crochet, chain or single crochet. When the stitch symbol points to a chain, it means to work into the chain space. All others are worked into the stitch. Pay attention to the changes in stitch quantities while crocheting. It should be noted that, except for the last 3 rows, rows 25 to 98, we just repeat the stitches from rows 5 to 24. Meaning the last repeat is an incomplete one. Crochet the last 3 rows by referring to the chart. Once the main part is completely crocheted, break the yarn normally. Weave all yarn tails along the fabric texture, and weave in them on the wrong side. This side is the right side. You can also weave in all the yarn tails completely. That's all for the main part. Next, you need to crochet the cuff edges on both ends. Then, crochet the side borders on each side. Finally, sew on the buttons. Please watch my demonstration using this sample. First, crochet the sleeve edge. The method for both sleeve edges is identical. I'll explain using one side as an example. Row 1 of the sleeve edge is crocheting mesh on the wrong side. First, turn the space piece to the wrong side. You can see that there's 1 row at each end of the main piece, except for the edges on both sides. The middle part has individual mesh stitches like this. We'll find a centered mesh stitch. Place a stitch marker below it as a mark. If you don't have a stitch marker, you can use a safety pin or paperclip instead. Next, take these few stitches along the right edge, and the first 4 chain spaces. Fold them into 3 layers like this. Insert the hook through all 3 layers at the edges. Join the yarn. Here I'll demonstrate with a different color yarn for easier viewing. Make 3 chains. Then work 2 chains. Next, in roughly the middle of this section, continue with 1 double crochet. Two chains. Remember to insert into the 3 layers. On the left side of this section, work 1 double crochet, 2 chains, you can see that, excluding these 2 chains, we've created 2 meshes at the folded position of this section. Continue to the 4 mesh positions on the left side, create 2 meshes, fold again in the same way. Remember to keep the folding direction consistent at all times. We can skip 1 space first. Then fold these 3 meshes. At this position, work 2 meshes. You can adjust according to your preference. Just make sure to evenly create the required number of stitches. Next, follow the pattern of folding 4 meshes and creating 2 meshes. Keep working until right before the single mesh in the middle. When you reach the middle mesh position, correspondingly work 1 mesh in the middle. On the left side, continue with folding 4 meshes to create 2 meshes. Same folding direction, but we will fold the first 3 meshes. This is the single mesh in the middle. At the end, fold these 4 meshes and a few stitches evenly. Work 2 meshes. Now the first row of the sample is completed. Next, work on row 2. This row is crocheted on the right side. Refer to the chart. First, work 6 chains. Turn to the right side. Make a slip stitch in the edge double crochet stitch. The solid oval dot indicates the slip stitch should not be pulled tight. 3 chains. In the same insertion position, where you just made the slip stitch, work 2 more double crochets. Complete. Skip one space and slip stitch. Seven chains. Skip the space on the left. Continue slip stitching. 3 chains. Work 2 double crochets in the same space. Three chains. Slip stitch in the same space. 3 chains. On the left stitch. Work 2 double crochets together. Next, start from this slip stitch. Repeat this section of stitches. I'll demonstrate again. First, skip a space and slip stitch. 7 chains. Skip a space and slip stitch. 3 chains. 2 double crochets. Three chains. Slip stitch. 3 chains. Work 2 double crochets into the left stitch. This way I've completed another group. Continue all the way to the last group. Once completed, pick up 2 threads on the 3rd chain of the beginning chain, and slip stitch. Just approximate here. The solid circle indicates you need to pull tight on the slip stitch. That's the end of row 2. Continue to row 3. Let's first look at the pattern. Row 3 is this row of black stitches. The red stitches here are worked last. You can ignore them for now. Start by working these 10 chains. Then continue crocheting based on the chart moving to the right side. Watch me demonstrate. Crochet 10 chains. Work into the 4th chain from the end. Like this, pick up the top loop and slip stitch. Here forms a chain ring. Then make 3 chains. Flip the chain ring like this. Into the space of the chain ring. Work 2 double crochets together. Then crochet 3 chains. And underneath. Slip stitch into the stitch to the left of these 2 double crochets. Continue by crocheting 10 chains. Slip stitch into the 4th stitch from the end to form a ring. Make 3 chains. Turn the work. Work 2 double crochets into the space. Then slip stitch into the large space underneath. Three chains. Go back and slip stitch into the chain ring. Right side facing you. For easier explanation, we consider the 3 chains, 2 double crochets, 3 chains and 1 slip stitch that worked into the chain ring as one petal. This petal is connected to the large space below. Next, work an incomplete petal into the space, which means only completing 2 double crochets. When done, 3 chains. Then slip stitch into the double crochet stitch below. Next, start from these 10 chains here. Repeat this stitch pattern. The petal is always worked with the right side facing you. The last slip stitch is worked into the chain space on the edge below. That's the end of row 3. Continue to crochet row 4. For this row, follow the green stitch pattern. Start directly with 10 chains. Then insert into the double crochet stitch and slip stitch. You can also pick up both threads like this and slip stitch. It's up to your personal preference. Continue to complete this petal, which means work 3 chains. Slip stitch into the space. Then crochet 1 full petal. And another incomplete petal. Next, on the 3rd chain here, pick up 2 threads and slip stitch. Counting from this side, it's the 4th chain. Note that the chains should not be twisted here. Also, always keep the right side texture of the double crochet facing you. You can see, after completing this last slip stitch, it counts as the fourth petal done. Then work 7 chains. Next, starting from this slip stitch here, repeat this section of stitch pattern. After finishing the 7 chains, continue with a slip stitch on this double crochet. Complete this petal. Then work 1 incomplete petal. That's the end of the 4th round. Continue to the 5th round. Start with 10 chains. Join the last 4 chains into a ring with a slip stitch. Then make 1 full petal. Remember to connect it with a slip stitch to the large space below. Then work 1 incomplete petal. Three chains. Slip stitch into the left stitch of the petal below. Next, start with 10 chains. Repeat this stitch pattern. Keep crocheting all the way to the front of this section. After finishing the top of this petal with a slip stitch, note: the center of this flower on the edge is made by joining 5 chains into a ring, used for the button space, so we need to crochet 11 chains. Join with a slip stitch in the 5th last stitch. Crochet 2 complete petals. The first petal joins into the large space below. The second petal does not connect. That's all for the 5th round. Continue to the 6th round. Crochet 1 incomplete petal. Here, pick up 2 threads from the 3rd stitch and slip stitch. The situation is the same as in the middle of the 4th round here. After finishing, we can take a purl button. Try it here. It should fit perfectly. The button space shouldn't be too big or too small. If the size isn't right, just undo it. Adjust the tension of the ending 5 chains and continue crocheting. Next, everyone refer to the chart and finish the 6th round, which means finish this slip stitch. Now the sample has been crocheted to the 6th row. Next, repeat the stitch pattern from rows 3 to 6. Repeat it 2 more times. But for the last row here, there are only 3 chains. Slightly different from before. Also note, each time here, you crochet 11 chains at once. Slip stitch into the 5th stitch from the end to form a loop. After finishing the last row of green stitches, need to continue crocheting the red stitches on this side. To complete these flowers, follow the chart and keep crocheting until finished. Crochet down to the slip stitch of this flower at the very bottom. Let's say this is the last row here. Then continue crocheting the red stitches along the edge. After completing this slip stitch, crochet 3 chains. Then roughly above the beginning chain of the 1st row, slip stitch to fasten off the yarn and you're done. So one side of the cuff is done. Everyone follow the same method to complete the other side of the cuff. Also remember to leave button spaces. After finishing, don't cut the yarn. After finishing the 2nd cuff, we won't cut the yarn. Continue crocheting along the edge on the right side. First, slip stitch into the chain space at the edge of the 1st row of the cuff. 6 chains. Slip stitch into the same chain space. Three chains. 2 double crochets into the same chain space. Then slip stitch at the position of the 2nd row here. Seven chains. Skip 2 rows underneath. Crochet into the corresponding stitch on the left side, 3rd row. Next, you can continue crocheting 2 double crochets into the chain space. Or you can insert into several threads like this. Starting from this slip stitch, repeat this section of stitches. The stitching pattern underneath is also the same. Each time, start by skipping 1 row and slip stitching 7 chains. Then skip 2 rows and slip stitch. Crochet the corresponding stitches. Follow this pattern all the way down until finishing the last group of stitches. When done, slip stitch at the position of the first row on the cuff edge. This completes the first row on the side. Continue crocheting the second row, start by crocheting 3 chains. Then slip stitch into the chain space on the second row edge of the cuff. Crochet 7 chains. Finish by slip stitching 4 chains to form a ring. Then refer to the chart. Follow the black stitches to complete this row. Pay attention. At the end, first slip stitch into the large space, where the first row started. Three chains. Then connect it to this petal on the sleeve cuff. You can insert into the chain space and slip stitch. Once done, continue to crochet the third row, start by crocheting 4 chains. Then slip stitch into the double crochet position here. Continue crocheting following the chart. At the end, complete this flower. After completing, fasten off the yarn normally. Then crochet the other side. Starting the same way by joining yarn into the chain space on the first row edge of the cuff. You can skip the first slip stitch on the joined side. Simply crochet 6 chains directly. Then continue crocheting following the chart, and fasten off when done. That's it for the side edges. Finally, on the opposite side of the button spaces at both ends of the cuffs. Sew on 3 buttons. The exact position can be adjusted according to your preference. Up to this point, this shawl has been fully explained. If you have any unclear points during the crocheting process, don't hesitate to join our Facebook group to get supports. Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.